Hello, and thank you for watching this regional forecast for the Canadian Prairie. I'm Andrew Pritchard, Senior Meteorologist with Nutrien Ag Solutions. Well, this photo was sent to me by John Hickey, taken by Linda Hickey in northeast Calgary, showing some of the damage from the hail there over the past week. Some crazy hailstorms across portions of central Alberta. Not only that, but classic tornadoes occurring even further off to the east across portions of southern Saskatchewan. This was taken on Saturday evening, again across southern Saskatchewan. A lone supercell thunderstorm gliding across the Canadian Prairie there, producing some incredible severe weather. So again, thank you, John, for sending me this photo. I'm not going to do this every time, but I know the last few videos I've thrown my email and Twitter handle on there because, again, I want you to send me that media. If you get photos of extreme weather or some of the impacts to your crops or rainfall totals, please email those to me at andrew.pritchard@nutrien.com. It just helps me keep a little bit more in tune. Of course, I mentioned again, I'm recording this video from thousands of miles away across central Illinois and the Corn Belt of the U.S. And again, I feel like I got a good handle on the forecasting there, but it really makes me feel more connected when I'm actually seeing the weather impacts there and understanding how they are impacting you. So tell me your story, send me your photos so I can kind of understand things better in that area. But also maybe feature those and kind of tell the story a little bit better. So thank you, John, for that email over the weekend. Let's go ahead and jump in. I feel like we're doing the same thing every video here, talking about cooler temperatures in the west, warmer temperatures in the east, thanks to a trough anchored across western Canada, across the Pacific Northwest, that's keeping us quite active across the Canadian Prairie and keeping that east to west temperature disparity in place. So as we look at the satellite picture here early on this Monday morning, getting our new week started, here's the departing storm system. This is, again, the background state remains the same. The jet stream doing this kind of this dive here, this trough in the west. We're seeing storm systems, areas of low pressure just right along this trough up through the Canadian Prairie. So this is right here, this kind of comma shape. This is our storm system from the weekend, the one that brought the severe weather over the last 3 to 4 days. But if I just put this back into motion, here's the next one. You see this kind of swirl beginning to take shape now just off the Pacific coast. This one is set to make its way into the prairie as we head into the middle part of this week. So let's look at the radar picture. Again, we're pretty quiet right now. We're on the backside of our departing storm system. We got our next one on the way in. So a bit of a quiet start to the work week, but the quiet does not last forever. We'll go ahead and jump in with the NAM model, our North American model, taking it through the day today. Let's get into mid-afternoon, getting into the early evening hours, looking for maybe some scattered showers to start to pop up across portions of central and southern Alberta. The more widespread rainfall chances hold off until the day tomorrow. So let's head into Tuesday morning. This would be sunrise, starting to see some of those showers popping up across southern Alberta into southern Saskatchewan. A sunny start to the day tomorrow across southern Manitoba. But by the time we get into the afternoon and evening hours, again, looking for that chance for some strong storms to pop up across southern portions of Alberta and Saskatchewan into or central and southern portions of Alberta into Saskatchewan would be where I would favor that chance for some stronger storms tomorrow. I think the better chance for some large hail, once again in the Calgary area, and then maybe damaging winds, a couple of tornadoes and some large hail possible from southern Saskatchewan down into Montana, again this Tuesday afternoon and evening. Let's take it into Tuesday night. Those thunderstorms, strong at times, continuing across portions of central Alberta into central and southern Saskatchewan. This will be midnight on Tuesday night, heading into early Wednesday morning. Now sunrise on Wednesday morning. Looking for this storm system now. The area of low pressure located somewhere around here. We're seeing this moisture kind of riding up and over the top of that storm system now. So perhaps an east to west oriented band of showers and storms as we do our Wednesday morning Canadian Prairie forecast video. This would be around sunrise on Wednesday, taking it into now Wednesday afternoon. At this point, the better instability, the more unstable air mass has been pushed well off to the east. So we're looking at the best chance for strong storms with this storm system on Wednesday and Thursday, pushing off to the east of the prairie. But still, on the backside, you see these scattered showers and storms lingering even into Wednesday evening. Now we're seeing that classic comma shape with our storm system. Let me take all my little drawings off here. Here is the kind of comma shape for our storm system. So the area of low pressure right about here. We're seeing that counterclockwise flow around that area of low pressure, wrapping those showers around the backside. Cooler air coming in on the backside. Let me go ahead and flip over to blue. So this would be the coolest day across the eastern prairie would be here Wednesday and Thursday as this storm system makes its way through. I'll take the drawings off once again. Let's take it into Thursday afternoon. That's when this model is going to end. We see the area of low pressure decaying now across Saskatchewan and Manitoba. So cloudiness, showers, cooler temperatures, or about as cool as you're going to see off to the east here across southern Manitoba. That moves in here as we get into Thursday and Friday, and thus departs this week's storm system. We then wait for our next one to come in as we head into the weekend. So let's look at the forecast for atmospheric instability. This will help us understand where the best chance for strong storms will be as we head into Monday afternoon and evening. Again, some low instability present here as this storm system starts to make its way in across central and southern Alberta. That's why we expect to see maybe scattered showers, a couple of thunderstorms popping up the later that we get into the day and then into tonight. As we head into, this would be Tuesday now. Let's take it into Tuesday afternoon and evening. Again, we talked about that best chance for some strong storms popping up across central and southern Alberta, getting down into southern Saskatchewan. I think hail going to be the bigger threat back here. And then we start to open it up to, damaging winds, large hail, and maybe a couple of tornadoes across central and southern Saskatchewan. Again, Tuesday afternoon, evening into Tuesday night. Let's take it all the way into Wednesday. The system quickly moves from west to east as we get into Wednesday now. The highest instability well off to the east. So now our best chance for strong storms going to be found in the Winnipeg area, portions of southern Manitoba. But even as we head back toward the west, still some low instability again. Some showers and storms, maybe some of those producing some hail as we talk about the backside of this storm system Wednesday evening and Wednesday night. And then as we head into Thursday, similar story. Much of the instability will be pushed off to the east. So if there's going to be severe weather across the prairie on Thursday, it's once again going to be off to the east across portions of central and southern Manitoba, more likely off into portions of Ontario. So total precipitation raw from the NAM model. Again, you see the best chance for that heavy rain is going to be found across central and southern portions of Alberta into Saskatchewan, with lighter, more scattered amounts as you head off toward the east across central and southern Manitoba. Now, as we just hit play on this, we're looking at the upper level pattern at 500 millibars. You see we are rather stuck. We see it kind of morphing and evolving, but between now and the next 7 to 10 days, things really don't change all that much. If I kind of just go ahead and pause it at the very beginning of this model here on June 6th and June 7th, again, we see a couple of features here. We got our big trough across western Canada into the Pacific Northwest. We've got a ridge here, and then kind of some minor troughing across the North Atlantic. And if I just go ahead and jump all the way out to July 15th or so, we're continuing to see, as we focus on, across the Canadian Prairie, this trough continuing to be anchored across this region. And so that's what keeps us on the stormy side across the Canadian Prairie. That's what kind of keeps that temperature disparity in place, with cooler temperatures in the east, warmer temperatures off to the west. So it makes sense then as we look at the next 10 days, total precipitation, departure from normal, again, keeping things on the wet side across the Canadian Prairie into the northern plains of the United States. And then as we look at the probability of getting at least an inch of rain over the next 7 days, taking it all the way into July 13th. So over the next 7 days, the best chance for picking up 25 millimeters of precipitation, where you get that orange shading there. And again, across central Alberta into central and southern Saskatchewan. And then if we take it a step further, the probability of getting at least 50 millimeters of precipitation, 2 inches or more. So kind of our highest probability of picking up some significant rainfall is going to be found right in that corridor here from central, maybe east central Alberta into western and central portions of Saskatchewan. So the best chance for some significant rainfall going to be found right in this corridor, but surrounding that, really a good chance for just about everyone to pick up some measurable precipitation again over the next 7 days. Our temperatures over the next 7 days, again, cooler in the west as cool air comes in on the backside of our storm systems, warm air advection in advance there. It does look like as this next storm system moves through here over the next 3 to 4 days, the cooler temperatures will come in on the backside of that here Wednesday and Thursday across portions of Alberta into central and southern Saskatchewan. So our up-level wind speeds, I talk about looking at 500 millibar, looking for those short waves. And what I mean by that are those patches of stronger winds. You can see one up here. We've got one down here. And where those are traveling, that's where we can expect to see our disruptive storm systems bringing cloud cover and precipitation. So we just see more of the same here across the prairie. As we head into the early part of this week, here is the storm system right there. You see it taking shape. The stronger jet stream winds pushing into the Canadian Prairie here as we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's what brings that west to east storm chance here as we head through Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday across the Canadian Prairie. So this storm system meanders around, pushes from west to east, gets out of here as we get to late Thursday into Friday. And then as we head into the next weekend, we get a bit of a quiet period here, 1 to 2 days worth of quiet weather before you already see it moving ashore now from the Pacific Ocean. Our next storm system here begins to blast into the Prairie as we get into the end of the weekend here, getting into July 12th and 13th, right around Sunday, late Saturday into Sunday and Monday of this coming week. So more of the same here as we just keep this large upper level trough in place, watching areas of low pressure just kind of rotate around it coming through the Canadian Prairie here. So an active pattern continues into the next 7 to 10 days, perhaps longer, as we kind of continue to watch this stubborn pattern persist across North America. So again, looking at surface-based instability from the European model, we already looked at this with the NAM, so we'll go quickly here. We get into Tuesday, again looking for that best chance for strong storms across central and southern Alberta into southern portions, maybe central Saskatchewan, as we take it into Wednesday now. Looking for a slight eastward shift there. That best chance for strong storms on Wednesday afternoon and evening going to be found across maybe central, probably central and eastern Saskatchewan, primarily central and southern Manitoba on Wednesday. And then let's take it on into Thursday. Again, things kind of continue to move off to the east, looking for that best chance for any strong storms to be found across portions of central and southern Manitoba, more likely off into Ontario. We'll watch things reset then, rather low instability values off to the east here, or off to the west, Thursday, but as we get into Friday and Saturday, we start it to rebound. Maybe some strong storms on Saturday. Of course, we're looking 5, 6, 7 days out into the future. It's some detailed information here, so I just want to, once we get to the end of this week, I'm kind of showing it to you just to illustrate the pattern, but we see that next system move through here Friday and Saturday, bringing that chance for a renewed chance for strong storms, primarily off to the east. Central and southern Saskatchewan into Manitoba, that's going to be our hot spot for stronger storms as we continue to deal with this pattern. That's been the theme here, with periodic hailstorms possible further to the west across portions of Alberta. In Alberta, you're more feeling those cold pushes on the cold. It's July. We're not talking about cold. The cooler air coming in on the backside of these storm systems is more of the storyline here across portions of Alberta. So let's put this all together. We've looked at some of the ingredients. Let's look at the actual precipitation forecast from the European model. Again, a rather dry start to the week. Maybe some showers found across western Alberta into the Peace region, the Peace River region, as we head through the day today. But it's really Tuesday that we get the thunderstorm activity kicking back off across the southern border of Alberta and Saskatchewan. We'll see widespread thunderstorms producing some potentially heavy rainfall as we head through Tuesday into Wednesday across. We talked about our best or most likely region for some heavy rainfall being right here. And again, the best chance for that, or the best time frame for that, is going to be the Tuesday and Wednesday time frame as the storm system slowly makes its way through the region. So here we are on Wednesday then, watching for heavy rainfall continuing across that region with the severe storm chances pushing off to the east. And then as we get into Thursday afternoon and evening, the storm system finally starting to lift out of the region, taking the shower and storm chances with it. So looking rather dry as you head back to the west here on Thursday afternoon and evening, then likely continuing to be mostly dry for at least the first half of Friday before our next storm system starts to make its way from west to east across the region as we head through the end of the week into the weekend, looking at a renewed chance for showers and storms. We'll, of course, talk about that system more in detail as we get into Wednesday and Friday. So let's wrap it up here. The European model on the left, the GFS on the right. We're looking at just raw operational model output, so of course not exactly how it's going to happen, but you see the pattern here. Again, our heavy rainfall threat, we're honing in on this region here, central and southern portions of Alberta and Saskatchewan, with a chance for more scattered thunderstorm activity, more hit or miss in nature as you head off across the prairie in Manitoba. Maybe a slightly higher chance for some strong storms across that region, though. The best chance for severe weather, I think, over the next 5 days is going to be found across this corridor, and most likely here as we get into, let's go ahead and redraw that here. Let's take the drawings off. I know I'm just focusing on details here. The best chance for severe storms here, let's say Tuesday, and then Wednesday, and then Thursday. So over the next 3 days, kind of just making its way from west to east across the prairie here, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So, to wrap it up, your high temperatures here in Calgary again. Here is that little dip on the backside of our incoming storm system, 19 for the high on Wednesday, lower 20s elsewhere or otherwise for the next 5 days. As you look at Edmonton, again, cooler on Wednesday on the backside of our storm system. Otherwise, high temperatures right around 22, 23 degrees for the coming week. Regina, you cool down Wednesday and Thursday. Otherwise, mid to upper 20s for your highs. Same story in Saskatoon. And then where we are the warmest off to the east in Winnipeg, high temperatures in the mid to upper 20s throughout the next 7 to 10 days. Have a great day, a wonderful start to your week, and I'll talk to you once again on Wednesday morning.